you guys have all done it. You're like, ah, there it is. Yes, you know, you stomp on the accelerator, and that giant loaf of bread starts going. And you're like, yeah, there we go. It's a lot of, I don't know. I find it a lot of fun.
The thing is, I can do a rolling reset and get power back for about a minute,
Yep.
maybe 30 seconds. I don't know, something like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Being like a passenger truck.
How dangerous do you think that rolling reset is?
Oh man.
I saw you cringe, and I know why.
I don't like it. So here's my fear with the rolling. Like I understand it 100%, and I've even done it. But turning the key off while you're driving down the road, if first like you've locked the steering wheel, and if you can't get it back on for whatever reason,
Yeah, you're in trouble.
You're in trouble. That's the scary part. But I don't condemn it. Like it works.
Yeah.
It works, and it's fine. And you know what? We live in a country where you can choose to do whatever you want, and that's fine. I choose not to do it. I mean, there was a little blue short van I found in a garage in Mexico. I had been sitting in the garage in Mexico for years, and I was one of the first social media videos I made, and I fixed it, but it needed. I got everything running, except the EGR valve was bad, and I couldn't get my hands on one, and I had to drive to Colorado, and then back to Philadelphia, and on the way to Colorado, I had my son with a laptop, and I had it plugged into the ECU. Every I want to say 30 seconds, he had to reset the limp mode so I wouldn't go out of limp mode, because it would be like pending, and because it knew something was wrong, and then it would put me in limp mode. And yeah, so the rolling reset, right?
It takes you out of limp mode 90 seconds at a time.
Right.
And I learned to do that when I was screwing around with my van trying to run it on vegetable oil in 2007. I had a lot of fuel problems,
Yeah.
You can imagine running the engine on, instead of diesel fuel, I'm filling up with used French fry oil. So I learned a lot back then. Yeah, and that's what I failed at, was the filtration. But I did that rolling reset literally thousands of times back then. And with that knowledge, I've used it later. I know one time I had the 6 bolts on the back of the fuel pump were loose on a van I was driving home from Atlanta. All the way home from Atlanta, 7 or 8 hours, every 90 seconds to get that key quick flip. I don't recommend that. But I figure if I broke it, I could fix it. And I've done, like I say, I've done it thousands of times, probably 1,000 times just on that one trip. And I've never had the steering lock, but I am aware that that's a possibility. Don't do it when you're on a corner. Don't do it when you're approaching a stoplight, because you're going to lose brakes. There's some common sense to play in there. You know, you're shutting your van off and turning it back on. You're resetting your heart. Don't take it lightly.
Don't you have to have
But-
a car in order to get the key to go all the way back? To get it out?
No.
I'm sorry?
Yeah.
No, I know, I understand that, but you're talking about it locking the steering wheel. Doesn't your shifter have to be in park in order for the key to come back that far?
No, your shifter has to be in park for the key to come out.
Let's not test it.
Yeah, I don't know.
We didn't know, so I decided to figure it out. Engine running, steering's not locked. Take it out of park, drive a little bit, reverse a little bit. Gonna put it in neutral. Turn the key off, turn the key back on. Of course, steering's not going to lock. Say I can't turn it back on for whatever reason. Steering's not going to lock. Maybe I turned it off too far. Steering's still not going to lock. Can't take the key out. Put it in park. Steering's still not going to lock. That's my van. I'm not going to promise your van works the same. Be careful with this.